YTBC, what's the deal? So David Haye came out and he made a statement. He doesn't think that Shannon Briggs is going to beat Alexander Dimitrenko. Let me go ahead and read this quote from this article. He says, "I'm thrilled to say that we've got another quality fighter appearing on Haye undercard. Alexander Dimitrenko is a big guy and a heavy puncher and a real challenger for a world title. I think he'll cause Briggs some serious problems. If the cannon does manage to walk away victorious, I'll be surprised. But at the same time, he'll have to prove his worth. It just means I get to be the one to knock him out, which is even better." And it'd be a good win on Haye's resume just to have Shannon Briggs on there, a former world champion. I know he's in his 40s, and some people say, "Oh, he's past his prime," But I think it'd just be a good name on his resume. I think it'd be an exciting fight from the press conference to the first bell of the first round. It's funny that Haye says that he doesn't think that Briggs is going to win. Now, when Briggs bum rushed the press conference between Haye and GJERGJAJ, Haye did say, "Hey, I'll fight you, but you have to fight on my undercard first." And a lot of fans, including myself, are like, "Why does he need to fight on the undercard? She should be fighting Haye instead of ARNOLD GJERGJAJ." You know what I mean? That would be more exciting for me. Although I have heard of GJERGJAJ, and he really doesn't leave Switzerland all that much, so on and so forth, undefeated, big guy. But this fight would have been more exciting, Haye versus Shannon Briggs. But it's funny that Haye doesn't even think Briggs is going to win. I don't know if he's just something mentally, just like a little mental mind game he has going on. Little mental warfare with Shannon Briggs. But obviously, Haye thinks a lot of Dimitrenko. You know what I mean? He says he's a big, strong guy, a guy that can possibly earn himself a title shot. You know what I mean? But if Haye doesn't get an immediate title shot, or he's not fighting Anthony Joshua, a big, huge fight, if Dimitrenko does beat Shannon Briggs, Haye is going to fight Dimitrenko next. You know what I mean? I know some of you probably figuring, well, shit, that goes without saying, Mr. Boxing. But I really do. I think he's going to fight the winner of this fight if he doesn't get a title shot. He's not looking for any other challenging fights. I mean, he's not going to call out Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? It has to be title or nothing. He wants Anthony Joshua. That's who he really wants. He wants Anthony Joshua. And if that fight gets made instead of David Haye versus the winner out of Dimitrenko and Shannon Briggs, then fine, fair enough. I would way rather see that fight. You know what I mean? But it's funny that Haye, you would expect for him to say, "Oh, it's probably 50-50," or no, he really thinks that Dimitrenko is going to beat Shannon Briggs. So it's almost like, damn, did you set Shannon Briggs up to be on your undercard? It's like, yeah, Shannon, be on my undercard. I'm gonna match you with somebody that perhaps can probably, most likely beat you. But I guess we'll see what happens on fight night, man. Like I said in my previous videos, I want to see David Haye and I want to see Shannon Briggs both win their fights. I don't think David Haye is going to get a title shot with Anthony Joshua anytime soon. I think there's just other things going on right now. I think David Haye, I know he's trying to use his name, his rep, trying to get a title. I mean, it might happen though, man. It'll be a huge fight in the UK. And Anthony Joshua, if he beats Dominic Brazil, is not going to have to fight as mandatory immediately. You know what I mean? So he can have a fight in between. But I heard Joshua say things like he wants to fight Tyson Fury. He wants to, then we also know that Carlos Takam and Joseph Parker is going down. A lot going on in that IBF right now. But as far as David Haye wanting, or he doesn't believe that Shannon Briggs is going to win this fight, hell, I'm not even fully convinced that Shannon Briggs is going to win this fight. So I really can't fault David Haye. But it's just funny that, hey, fight on my undercard. Haye tells Briggs to fight on my undercard, and I'm going to pair you with somebody that's probably a 50-50 fight. Being that I'm going to be in a fight where I'm a big favorite in my fight, but you fight somebody that's a 50-50 with the size advantage. Kind of funny. I mean, again, though, GJERGJAJ has a size advantage on David Haye. But still, though, Haye is the huge favorite in that fight. And I think Dimitrenko and Briggs is a much, much more competitive fight. And it can go either way. Just my opinion. YTBC. I'm out.